is Randy Cruz. I'm the 2011 Ironman champ.
I'm George DiCamillo, 3-time Ironman champ.
I'm Nathan Tomasello, 2-time Ironman champ. And this is Flocenter.
Thank you, Tap Out Mouthguard, for sponsoring this episode of Flocenter. Dun 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 dun.
Huge weekend in Ohio. We start with Penn State and Ohio State. Now, there's big animosity between these two teams. The right to be the Division I team to represent Ohio. And Penn State, you know what, has been climbing over the years, really getting better. And for the last 3 years, they haven't had a chance to wrestle Ohio State. Finally, Ohio State puts them on their schedule. Now, Ohio State the last couple years have been down, so strategically, probably a good move for Ohio State. These two teams go to battle in Kent. Huge turnout to watch the match. Penn State showed up for this duel without their defending national champion, but still managed to win 5 matches. But you know what? The ultimate bonus points for Ohio State made them pull through. They got the win. They beat Kent State for the first time in several years. One match to really look at here. If you know Ohio history, you know Ian Miller and Cam Tassari have grown up wrestling each other. Both are true freshmen. They go head to head. Cam Tassari has the edge in the past. He's won all the matches. Ian Miller comes in and drops Cam Tassari on his dome. Question, was it a slamming? I thought it looked pretty Slamoshous to me. Now I know all of you guys are in the middle of your comments about to blast me, letting me know that Ohio State hasn't wrestled Kent in several years. Okay, that is true. They haven't wrestled since 2008. Finally, they get a chance to meet up. Ohio State proves the better of the two, but man, Kent is looking strong.
Now, you guys saw that possible slam in the Miller-Tassari match in Kent State-Ohio duel. Check this one at the 113-pound final at the Walsh Ironman as Joey McKenna and Nathan Tomasello in a tight match. This early takedown in a match not called slam was right on the edge. You let us know how you think in the comments below.
I'll tell you what, Joe, it sure looked like a slam to me.
All right, the Ironman was looking tough as ever. Blair takes a title with 3 champs. St. Ed's gets second with 2 champs. Dean Heil of St. Ed's comes through with a huge performance, beating Jeske and Dance of Virginia and pinning Jimmy Gillibon in the finals. That's sick. And also Randy Cruz, he's been all over the place this year. He takes down Mark Gray and Edgar Bright en route to his finals. Interesting third place match at that lineup. Future Cornell teammates Alex Cisneros and Mark Gray wrestle for 3rd place. This matchup is a national final in most tournaments.
And it's gonna be an interesting wrestle-offs for the next few years.
All right, I don't know how many hours of injury time I saw this weekend at Ironman.
What, you got arthritis in your finger?
Yeah, it seems like any time the going got tough in this wrestling match, oh, my knee hurt. Oh, I don't need a trainer, though. I'll just take a drink of water, talk to my coach, and get back on the mat.
The unfortunate thing is you do get a free timeout, and people are taking advantage of it, using it as a time to rest.
Let's just take the conditioning aspect out of the sport. It'll make things easier for a lot of people. What needs to happen is we take the college rule and put it in high school. You take injury time, you lose position.
I tell you, back in my day, we didn't take injury timeouts. All right, we take it over to Pennsylvania. It was a big Pennsylvania weekend as well. We had Lehigh hosting Penn State for the 100th meeting between these two teams, and we're gonna look at the 184-pound match. It's a rematch of last year's NCAA Finals. Robert Hamlin from Lehigh taking on defending national champ Quentin Wright from Penn State. It's Robert Hamlin coming away, getting 3 takedowns and a reversal en route to an 8-3 victory. That's the 2nd loss for Quentin Wright this season, and we're still in early December. Joe, a lot of people in the comments are saying, you know, Hamlin's a stud, but Quentin Wright's a tournament wrestler. He'll be ready in March.
I cannot agree with this statement. I know last year Quentin Wright showed up for the last month of the season, but you can't count on that. I know Quentin Wright doesn't count on that. Look at his true freshman year. He didn't care who was in front of him. He was a killer all year. He'd lock up with you and wrestle hard. I know he wasn't a national champ, but he wrestled tough. It's not like Quentin Wright wants to enter the NCAAs as a 9 seed and take the hardest route possible to the national title. He's got to start winning now, and he's got to score points for his team.
You know, Joe, some people say that he's just got some Jaggers blood in him.
That's just flat out ridiculous. I don't get this guy. You know, who even knows if Quentin Wright has the same blood type as Jaggers? You know, Quentin Wright's body could reject the blood and he could die. You know, this isn't the internet. You can't just post anything on the message boards.
All right, there in the battle for Pennsylvania, it was Penn State coming ahead over Lehigh, 24-12. Then we move to the battle for Oklahoma. It's Bedlam. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State doing battle. And an interesting matchup here, we got former Oklahoma State coach Mark Cody and former Oklahoma State wrestler Tyrone Lewis moving over to the Oklahoma coaching staff.
That's like Shaq and Kobe back together.
It'd be like Master Splinter and Shredder getting together.
That would be like Rocky cornering Ivan Drago.
That would be like if Terry Brands went and coached at Iowa State.
Whoa. Let's cut it off there.
All right, we're gonna pick things up at 285 pounds. It's Alan Golagayev, up from 197, looking beefy as all hell. He goes out, almost gets the pin in the first, thinks he has it, doesn't happen. He ends up winning that match 15-2, and then we're gonna look at the man, Jordan Oliver, your #1 ranked guy, at 133 pounds, gets 3 takedowns in the first 30 seconds, tacks on another one, crunches a far side cradle, gets the pin, and Oklahoma State takes the win, 25-13.
That 133-pound weight class is really shaping up. You look, Logan Stieber had a dominant performance this weekend, wins Vegas last weekend. Jordan Oliver showing up in his duel this week. And then you got Tony Ramos with a little bit better results in common opponents than Jordan Oliver. They're all right there for that battle in March.
I'm telling you this right now, though, Joe. Jordan Oliver won the tournament last year. He was undefeated. He's undefeated this year. Until somebody beats him, he's the man.
Well, we'll see. We got a matchup with Oklahoma State and Iowa coming your way in January.
On the 7th. All right, let's keep things in Oklahoma.
We got more Flo Nationals Majors action. It's the Mid-America Nationals hosted by Tulsa Union. They take the title, followed by the tough Allen, Texas. Some interesting results at 126. Two-time state champ senior Josh Walker. He's wrestling Gary Wayne Harding, a sophomore who's also a state champ. Harding with the late takedown in regulation, Harding with the takedown in overtime, and takes down the big senior. Also, great performance by Kyle Crutchmer. He finishes the tournament as champ at 182 with 4 falls. Oklahoma State will be seeing him next season.
All right, Joe, one of the biggest weekend for high school wrestling. What's up?
We got 5 majors coming your way. We got Minnesota Holiday Tournament, Tri-State in Northern Idaho, Kansas City Wrestling Classic, The Beast in Delaware, and the Reno TOC. We'll be going live for the finals of the high school section, and then the next day we got college action. We'll be going live for those finals as well. We got a lot of contributors going at it this weekend. We got Chad Erickson, Mark Morris, Jermaine McCove, and Jason Keck. All right, this past weekend at Ironman, there's a ton of stuff going on. Got to give props to Ian McCutcheon, Zeb Miller, and Mark Morris, the Go Hiocast and PAWR crew. They really came through, took control of this coverage, and brought the house down. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks for watching this week's episode of Flocenter.
Please hit the like button and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.